Hi, this is Darren with HNEN, and we're here at the Washington State Cannabis Summit in Seattle, Washington, and I'm sitting here with Danica from NORML Women of Washington, correct?
That's right.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about your involvement with the event that's going on here with the Washington Cannabis Summit.
I was invited to be a speaker on the economics panel, and so I was participating with a lot of fantastic folks.
And why do you think it's important to legalize cannabis?
Well, I believe it's important to legalize cannabis because prohibition has been a failed market approach. It has failed by every conceivable measure. It's failed on its own terms because cannabis is cheaper, it's stronger, it's more widely available, but the prohibition actually bans science and research.
Mm-hmm. And how has cannabis impacted your life? Is it? I mean, did you start on this a year ago, 2 years ago, and been an advocate for 20 years, or when did you get involved and how has it impacted your life?
I was a brand new nursing mom, and I heard of an audio tape recording of a raid where a mother had her tiny newborn and her 10-month-old taken away. And when I found out that it was over a plant, that it was over marijuana, and which was legal for her under state law, it was Daisy Brown in California, I thought, I have to get involved. So I created a space for women to get together. And we did that, and we have become part of the groups who are trying to shape policy here in Washington.
And if you could tell the government one thing about cannabis, because it sounds like you sort of got activated by the government, sort of taking advantage or upsetting somebody's life, what would be that one message you would send out to the government right now at this state and time after being in the advocacy for it for so long?
I would say that the most important thing for the federal government to do is reschedule marijuana. Marijuana was put in Schedule 1 without any evidence that it belongs there, and it's remained there in spite of evidence that it doesn't belong there, and it's blocking, again, the science. So we can't make smart policy as parents, as legislators, or as doctors without more information. So free the science.
And speaking about parents, do you think, or what do you think the role should be for parents educating their children about cannabis?
I think honesty is probably a good policy.
And what would you like to see out of the Washington Cannabis Summit overall as a goal? This is their first ever summit here in Seattle. Of course, there's probably going to be more. It was a great turnout, great success. Out of this group of people, what would you like to see come from it the most?
Well, I think the summit was a success, and I thought that the moment one of the state representatives, stood up and said, "Thank you for all the information, and thank you for reaching out." And when two more representatives from our government stepped up, I thought they've done exactly what they wanted to do. They have educated people who are going to be making these laws, and they have made themselves a credible source for information in the future.
Awesome. Danica, thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything you want to say before we let you go? Where can people find out more information about what you're doing, anything of that nature?
So I am the Washington coordinator for the NORML Women of Washington, and we have a Facebook page and a website. We'd love for you to find out more about us or about NORML at NORML.org.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Danica. Don't forget to go to our website, hempfest.org, where you can find out more about HNEN, NORML, because I know they're one of the biggest sponsors of HempFest, and what we got going on around town. This is Darren coming to you from Seattle, Washington, for the Washington State Cannabis Summit. We'll be right back.